Absolutely. I want a chance to be your coach,
Okay.
orthopedic coach. Okay, so what does that mean? When you start having knee trouble, I want you to come.
We are back here on Healthy Living. Once again, we're here with Dr. Jason Norcross. Thank you for joining us, and we're doing a total knee replacement. Oh my goodness. And we are doing it with his dear friend, Corey Robot.
Yes, so we're going to fast forward through our operation a little bit. So we just got done creating an exact three-dimensional replica of this unique patient's knee, our sawbones model, thank you.
Exactly.
And now we're going to plan the operation out, which is the beauty of the entire operation.
And before we say that, one of the things I noticed you doing was a lot of manipulation over here when we were taking our break. And you said it's not just about the knee replacement, but
Absolutely.
really making sure that
The nice thing about this system is I can provide stresses of the knee by leaning on it through the entire arc of motion to figure out the soft tissue balance of the
Okay.
knee, the actual tension of the ligaments on each side. And when I teach this to patients, I teach them that balancing a knee replacement is a lot like balancing a car tire. Okay? If the balance is off and it's pulling tight on one side, what happens? That tire wears on that side
Yes,
excessively.
yes.
Okay? The beauty of this instrument is I can balance precisely both sides of the joint perfectly, just like a car tire needs to
my
be
God.
balanced, which then reduces the wear rate because you're not pulling excessively on one side or the other.
makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and that's why the soft tissue balance is almost as important as making the individual bone cuts during the operation.
So now our plan.
Yeah, so we're going to plan this out. So this unique patient has a few things I want to point out. First, I know a little bit about the patient's alignment. There is a 7-degree valgus deformity, which means the knee turns in.
Okay.
It hyperextends 9 degrees. So now I have some data points to start with. If you look at the bottom screen with the bars tell me how the soft tissue balance is, if it's too tight or too loose. So I can manipulate the screen to make those bars match to make my tire balance better
Exactly.
on both sides of the joint.
No
So-
wear and tear.
Exactly, to avoid that. So what we're going to do is we're going to change a few of our variables. So now I'm manipulating the implant to adjust the soft tissues. So now I'm making my bars equal, so that
Got
means
it.
the balance on both sides of the joint is perfect. We are going to adjust the height of this. We're going to adjust the height of this to try to perfect our plan. Now what do you notice? The bars are equal, and they're virtually equal on this side, and the numbers almost match each other exactly. In fact, I could hit one more screen and make these 4 numbers almost be exact.
Wow.
So what did I just do? I just perfectly performed the operation before I did the operation, and I got this knee executed perfectly. I know I need to put a size 3 femur on, a size tibia on, and I know exactly where I'm going to put the implant. So I can blow this screen up. Let's see here. And watch what we can do. We can actually manipulate in
And
3
look at that,
dimensions
3 dimensions.
the patient's alignments. We can take the implant off and see exactly what the bone resections are going to look like to put this patient's knee on precisely. Now what's left is the execution of the plan, which is what I'm going to do now. We're going to show you how the burr technique with Corey actually protects me from making a mistake and helps me execute this plan perfectly.
Wow.
So let's do that. So now we get to perform our operation.
Okay.
What's that? Yep, go ahead and fix that for
Yeah.
me if you could. Thank you. So I have reps in the OR, and Kyle's helping me out a lot, getting my screen ready for my next portion of my operation.
Well, like you said, it's a team effort.
Oh,
Yes, when you're-
yes, it takes a village to raise a child.
Yeah.
It takes a team to
To
help
do
me do
it.
my job as well as I can.
And you
So-
said you've got a heck of a team.
Oh, yes, I would not. In fact, I brought my team with me from North Carolina.
Ah, there you go.
So,
Okay, what are we doing? Oh, these are data points.
Data points. All right, now we're going to get ready to show how the burr works. Okay? So, this is the burring technique.
Okay.
All right, so I told you that the burr protects me from making a mistake.
Yes.
So we know we just made our perfect plan.
Got it.
Perfect, custom for this individual knee. Now I'm going to use a burr to take the bone off that'll exactly fit the implant and put it on in the exact perfect spot for this patient's plan.
So I'm taking off the damaged knee?
Taking off the damaged bone.
Okay.
Okay, so if you see our screen, the purple areas are going to be where we remove the bone from.
Got it.
Okay?
Yes.
And you're going to see that it's going to disappear as the burr begins to remove the bone. Okay? And the burr will actually stop removing bone if I get off plan. So if I begin to drift or to move off plan, it turns off. It actually protects me from making a mistake.
Wow, this is pretty amazing.
All right, here we go.
Ready?
Here we go. You can see the purple disappear?
Yes. Oh, you guys would love this.
So yes, is it a little bit like playing a video game in the OR? I have to admit it is.
Yeah,
It makes my job a lot more fun.
Yeah, I was
But it also is extraordinarily precise. Sorry about the debris.
I kind of enjoy this. It looks really amazing. Typically, how long does a knee replacement take, or is the typically the wrong word?
No, every knee's a little different, but in general, it takes about an hour
Okay.
for me to get the implants on and be walking to the next case. So it's about an hour per operation.
And then does the patient spend the night? Does the patient go home? What does that usually look like?
The patient has the opportunity to actually be discharged the same day and go home the night of their surgery as long as they pass the physical therapy test. So in the vast majority of our patients now, I would say probably about 70% are going home the day of their surgery because their pain's controlled, they're able to walk 100 to 150 feet, and they're able to climb a stair. And they can do that the night of their surgery.
It's unbelievable to me.
Now, that is the complete preparation of the femur. And the next step is actually put a cutting block on here and finish off the cuts. And this has been precisely done because I know pretty much all the purple's gone and it looks exactly flat and flush. So that is a perfect resection. So if you notice, if you look really close, the resections that we make mirror the back of this implant. And also what you notice about a knee replacement is it actually just removes the surface of the bone, and then we cover the surface of the bone with the titanium piece. So, and this fits, and then we hit it in place and and we're done.
That was pretty amazing. In these last couple of minutes, we've had our knee replacement. You've given me the opportunity to go home after my operation if I pass a physical test. And what is that test? And then what can I expect afterwards? What's my recovery going to be like? When do I come back and see you? How do I thank you for my new ability to move again?
Yeah, well, very good. So you'll be doing a physical therapy test 3 or 4 hours after your surgery is complete. So you'll actually get up and walk. You'll be able to walk 100 to 150 feet. You'll be able to climb a stair. And once you pass those tests, you get to go home. So you'll go home, sleep in your own bed the night of your surgery, as long as you're in good enough health and you have good support at home. And then the next morning, we send out a team. You'll have a nurse come check on you in your home through a home health agency. And you'll have a physical therapist begin working with you the very next morning.
Is there a bit of apprehension after I've been in all this pain with my bad knee and now I have the replacement and I'm just not quite sure? Is that something you deal with?
There's apprehension.
Because now you're a coach again.
Yeah, no question. So once I complete the operation, now I'm back with my coach hat back on, helping you negotiate your recovery. And the nice thing is that the recovery nowadays is so much superior to the way historically knee replacement recovery went. We have all these pain cocktails and things we're utilizing during surgery. So your experience of pain in the first week or two, will there be pain? Sure. Is it manageable pain? Absolutely.
And is it to keep us from running a marathon for a while? Is our pain doing us good?
Well,
Yes.
it does actually, because in
Right.
the first 2 weeks, you'll be recovering at home with a home therapist at home. You'll spend a lot of time icing your leg, elevating your leg, and controlling the swelling. So the first 2 weeks, you manage your swelling, you manage your pain, and the vast majority of people come back 2 weeks after their surgery to see me in the office, and we take x-rays of their knee, and oftentimes they'll have nearly full range of motion.
Wow.
Oftentimes they'll be off their narcotic pain medication and using a cane, and that's only after 2 weeks.
Unbelievable. Dr. Norcross, it is a pleasure. This has been absolutely amazing. I think all of you will agree. We thank you, we thank Hilton Head Hospital, and we thank you, our viewers, for joining us here on Healthy Living. Have a safe and healthy week. Bye-bye.